Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin. Sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We shall now begin with about Allah, part 6. Now, at this point of time, or at this stage, most of you are familiar with the 3 tiers as shown in the diagram. The first topmost tiers is the low mahfuz. The second tiers is the essence. And the third tiers is the subtle self. And you are familiar that the topmost tier, that is the low mahfuz, this is a manifestation. And you are also familiar that the essence is also manifestation. So these manifestations are manipulated by the subtle self, which is the powerhouse. The manifestations are just illusion, totally powerless, totally immovable, just an illusion. But the illusion is being manipulated by the subtle self. So you can see movement in the low mahfuz, movement of mankind, animals, birds, fish, and others. These are movements in a manifested form. On its own, it can't move. But this manifestation was manipulated by the subtle self, so it began to move. Similarly, the essence also is manifestation. These 2 layers manifested from the subtle self. These 2 layers are illusion, powerless, and without any movement. But when manipulated by the subtle self, there you have movement in these 2 manifestations. You must be clear of this, that when you look at the existence that is visible, the visible existence we see around us, these are manifestations. Powerless, immovable, just an illusion. Similarly, the essence is also manifestation, powerless and immovable. But when they move, these are because the subtle self moved them, manipulated them, and play with them. Then it will move. It's just like a puppet. The puppet can move, but the puppeteers can make the puppet move by having a string attached, and the string make the puppet move. Seems like the manifestation, be it the first layer or the second layer, they are totally powerless and immovable. But when they move, because they are manipulated by the subtle self. So it's not you who kill Muhammad, it's I who kill. So the manifestation, Muhammad is the manifestation of the attribute. And behind the manifestation of the attribute, there is a sifat, is a manifestation of the secondary existence or hakikat, and that is the essence. These two are manifestation from the subtle self. And thus subtle self is in control of these two manifestations. But the manifestations cannot do anything. Powerless, immovable. But when utilized or manipulated, utilized or manipulated by the subtle self, then they move. You must have that in mind. Manifestation are useless, powerless, immovable, useless. But they were manipulated, utilized, used by the subtle self, and you can see movement. So bear that in mind. So everything that you see in the world happening now, these are the events of manifestation, events involving manifestation, healing, robbing, sacrificing, love, friendship, everything. These are manifestations, and they are capable of doing that because the manifestation were utilized by the subtle self to act in accordance with the desire of the subtle self. Please have that in mind before we can go further. So therefore, you can see from the diagram, the movement of the power is of the subtle self, goes to the essence, and then from the essence goes to the low mahfuz. So whatever action and reaction of the low mahfuz and the essence, which are manifestation, in fact, those movements come from the subtle self. So we can see in this verse, say Allah is out. Look back, it's all along behind the first and second. It's the subtle self all the way. So if the first and the second layers are illusion, imaginary, or imagination, you want to say, or imaginary, or just an illusion, the first and second layer. Have you understood this? If you look at the first manifestation, you can just do away with it, annihilate the first layer, annihilate the second layer, because these are just illusion. And then you meet throughout the existence of the subtle self, which is part of Allah. And that one you cannot annihilate its existence. So after you annihilate the first and second layer, they remain the third layer, which is permanent, eternal, encompassing all. This is the subtle self. Okay? So you go back to the verse. Okay. Okay. Say He's Allah, the one and only. So after you do away with the manifestation, the first and the second layer, you can see the subtle self, infinite, absolute, infinite. And that's why Allah say, the one and only. So do away with the illusion, the message. You have the subtle self throughout, infinite, absolute. That's why one and only. That's why for Sufi, all the time you see one existence. You are not blinded by the manifestation. No, you are not blinded. You don't even think of I. I. There's no more I. When you understood this concept, there's no more I. You dethrone the I and you uploaded or put on the throne you. That is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You dethrone yourself and you put up Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So for Sufi, you only all the time you see one existence. It cannot be two. When you see only one existence, you will never have any problem with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because there's no competition, there's no fighting, there's no animosity, because there's only one existence, that is the subtle self. All praise due to God alone, of course. The subtle self praise Allah, or praise to Allah. The subtle self all the time praise Allah. There's no other existence. He praised himself. He is the sustainer of the world. Sustainer of the world. The world means the manifestation. He is of all the manifestation, the world of creations, the world of creations, including the essence. He is the sustainer. That means he maintains this. Of course, he's not only exists, he maintains like a maintail. No problem. So all the time the elephant protects its own tail. He is sustainer of the world. So the subtle self becomes the manifestation, the loams and the essence. Manifest the world. These are the world of the essence, the world of creations, and this world are manifestation. And the manifestation is maintained and manipulated by the subtle self all the time. So he's the sustainer of all the worlds, the world of manifestation. The sustainer. But if you are not a Sufi, you think the subtle self sustainer of the world, the subtle self grow banana tree. The subtle self planted white paddy. The subtle self, I mean, the world, your world is more of the visible world. But here about Sufi are the manifestation, space and time manifestation, the world of manifestation. Okay, so he's the sustainer of that. Not that he go and plant paddy and plant a banana tree. No, it doesn't mean that. Sustainer of the world means sustainer of the manifestation. Not that the subtle self planted coconut tree, banana tree, durian tree, They don't, it's not meaning of that. Manifestation of the world, a sustainer of the world. Here for Sufi, the sustainer of the manifestation, which is Allah. Definitely, and subtle self. And the two layers above the subtle self are all imaginary illusion. But they are maintained. They are powerless, immovable, useless. But they are maintained and manipulated by the subtle self. So anything that you see happen in the manifestation, be it, in the form of transportation, be it in the form of trance and what, all these things come from the subtle self. That's why, oh Muhammad, it's not you who kill, it's I, the subtle self. I who carry the son of Adam on land and sea, the subtle self. Because the glory, all kind of vehicles, including airplanes, these are all manifestations being manipulated by the essence, by the subtle self. So for us, Sufi, all things are from Allah. We are looking in this perspective that if you are not a Sufi, then you are thinking, oh, the aeroplane comes from Allah. The tree comes from Allah. Animal come from Allah. All things are from Allah. All things. But Sufi, they are not talking of this. All things are from, all manifestations are from Allah. When you say manifestation, all trees, mankind, whatnot that you can see, visible or invisible, these are all manifestations. All things means all manifestation. Not all things are lorry, airplane, transport, all kind of transport. Not these. These are manifestations. Right? All things are from Allah. And some manipulators, they go into your house and rob you. And then they say, these things are from Allah. So we take from Allah. We don't steal from you. We take Allah, still belong to Allah. They go to your guava tree or papaya tree, they pluck. They scolded them, why you take my guava and my papaya? He said, these are not yours. These come from God. So we are taking God's thing, not yours. And they quote this Quran. All things are from Allah. So you got nothing to say. But that's the way they look at things. But from a Sufi, all things mean all manifestation. Be it the low mahfuz, be it the essence, are from Allah. Okay? But what had come to these people that they all to understand a single fact? They are blind. How to see? They only see the form, the first layer. The second layer also they didn't see. And they see the first layer as a real thing, a real existence. They were stand in front of the mirror, how beautiful I am. Touching their hair. Lipstick, whatnot. For the men, comb their hair. They think they are handsome and all. Because they don't understand. For Sufi, we are not bothered with ourselves. You just look presentable, okay lah. But sometimes they want to look ugly also, up to them lah kan. You have never met Idil. You met Idil, you think he looks smart. Right? It's up to him lah. It's not problem. I don't agree with that. The hair also grown because of the subtle self. I mean, this form also because of the subtle self. It's not ordered. So all things are from Allah. So, refer to the manifestation, all things, be it the essence, be it the aroma food, everything from Allah. Why don't you all understand? Allah says, how to understand if you're blind? If you are without knowledge, right? You say, look, I planted so many rambutan trees. This belongs to me. I sell the rambutan, I got money, I become rich because I endeavor to build my wealth. Planting rambutan trees, my ability, my planning that I become rich. But that's what happened to our Karun. Remember Karun? It's through my hard work I become wealthy. And Allah buried him with his treasure or richness. Buried him. That's why when we found treasure in the ground, we call harta Karun. You know, Karun was treasure, you know. Because Karun, he said, through my ability, planning, thinking, I build up my wealth. And that's what happened. Same is a few hunters, they look at their farm. Tomorrow they will be harvesting the farm. And they're so happy. Look at this. Tomorrow we'll be harvesting them and become rich. They never say, Inshallah. You know what I mean? They think they're over and above the law. Then that night, the locusts come. The harvest all gone. Then one of them say, you see, last night you all boasted and you forgot to say, Inshallah, the God willing. So God teach them a lesson. And you see, our prophet demised them without leaving any asset. When his daughter Siti Fatima went to Khalifah Abu Bakr, the first Caliph, he said, my father, the prophet, holy prophet, had passed away. Where are his property? What Abu Bakr said? The prophet demised without leaving any property. So Abu Bakr, so Umar. They chose to be this way. Okay. It is just like that. You look even at me. I don't have any asset. I don't have any asset. I have a car which still pay by installment. Another 4 years to go. I don't have big saving. But I'm happy I have Allah. We are not bothered with this wealth. But I'm grateful, Allah, through your hands, sometimes or many times up when I'm down, you know. That's why all things are from Allah. Don't forget, all things. Even your children are from Allah. Okay? If you don't understand that, what had come to this world, they fail to understand a single subject. So, they try 10 times, 10 daughters. Try again, 11 times, daughters. Try again, 12 times, daughters. Hey, what is this, man? What's the time, daughter? Why can't you give me a son? Why? These are Allah's, belong to Allah. He want to give you daughters, so be it. You cannot order Allah to give what you want. He give you what he wants to. So everything belongs to him. And when he give you children, he didn't send you the bill. You're very lucky. Because if each children, he send you the bill, you will cry blood to pay, you know, right? You happy to got the child? Wow, I got the child. I'm happy, my first child. Then malaikat, they hear the bill. I cry. If Allah send you the bill for the air you breathe, we all died. How to pay the air we breathe or the food we eat? All things come from Allah. Understand it? So when we got something, we say Alhamdulillah. We bless the Almighty. Not that we bless, but we glorify the Almighty God. Because all things come from Him. So the vision of a Sufi is different from the vision of ordinary people, including the scholars of the Sharia. Very different. Okay? And you see again that all bounties are richness, luxury, are in the hand of Allah. But you see, people who didn't know this, they will say, hey, you must strive, work hard, in order to be successful. But didn't know all the bounties are from Allah. If Allah want to give you, even you don't work hard, also you get. Right? But sometimes He give you by making you work hard. But sometimes you work hard, also you got zero. You got damn mad. Huh? The trees didn't bear fruit. Then you found out, somebody told me, the mangosteen tree, the tree can be a male tree, You didn't know you plant so many. And then later on, why no fruit? Then somebody say, hey, these are male trees. So, all richness come from Allah. And if you understood this, you must not be attached to richness. Be careful of it. Oh, Rolex what? Diamond, very hot, my ear. Diamond, right? Wow, very hot necklace. The worst, all gold teeth, right? You must not be attached to luxury. This luxury belongs to Allah. He gives whoever He wants to. But if He gives to you, then you have to do your part in helping society, in helping the poor, in helping whatever you can to help those in need. Because these bounties given to you that do not belong to Allah. You took these bounties in the position of trustee. Let me ask you, all the possession in the world belong to whom? In the heaven and in earth belong to whom? What is your answer? Belong to whom? Cannot answer. Dumb. All luxuries in heaven and on earth belong to whom? Easy, right? Belong to whom? Allah. In the Quran, Allah says, everything in heaven and on earth belong to me absolutely. And Shaykh Abdul Qadir said he didn't share his ownership with anyone. Belong to him 100%. So if all property belong to Allah, when you got the property, are you the owner or you are holding it in trust for Allah? See? It's not yours. When you receive the property, you are holding it in trust for Allah. And what Jesus said, you must do, when you are having this in trust, you must use it in accordance with Allah's will. So the hand belongs to Allah. And you must use your hand to glorify Allah. If you use your hand to commit crimes, you breach the trust. Yes, your leg, you must use it for Allah, in trust for Allah. So if you, in this leg, you go to rob bank, to do crimes, then you breach the trust. Right? And then one sahabat asked Rasulullah, "Oh Rasulullah, look here, I'm a poor Arab, I got this one cup of plain water and one plate of korma. This is the only thing I have. Do I have to account?" Rasulullah said, "Yes, you have to account. One date and one plain water. Because we are trustee. That's why you say all bounties are in the hand of Allah. Okay? But as Sufi, you have no problem. You are not attached to this wealth. One day, a man come to Rasulullah. He said, "Where is the money? Where is the money I asked you to keep?" And Rasulullah said, "You have gone a long time. I already invested your money into ship breeding. All the ship you see there belong to you." He said, "Oh my God, Rasulullah, you are a great benefactor." No, I mean, he trusted, and Rasulullah did the correct thing. But this kind of trust is difficult if people are not Sufi. So honesty is a difficult component, or honesty is a difficult characteristic that, we in this world that we are to find very difficult. Whereas if you are dishonest, smart, a lot of scam, and nowadays a lot of scam, then this guy is really terrible, man. He will scam the president, the prime minister. This guy playboy, man. James Bond, how many women he conquered, man? Wow. This is a breach of your trusteeship. Right? So all bounties belong to Allah. When you get these bounties, share. That's why we have teeth or zakat. That's why we have sedekah. So share. Share. Okay? So he grants them to whom he please. And Allah cares for all, and he knows all things. So when he gives you his bounty, act as an honest trustee. So if your neighbors, your siblings are poor, help. So that was what I was criticized by my grand uncle. He said that all your money you make from your legal practice, all gone to your nephew and nieces. You don't have saving. I keep quiet. Because my nephew and nieces are very poor. I have to help. I want them to study so they be successful. They don't need to depend on others. So I encourage them, come to my office after school and study in my office. I will give you $20. Right? And then after you finish study, you go back. So everybody come to my office study. $20. And then I will register for poor people, even for non-Muslims. Every month we give them cash. So I got no saving. So when I told my granduncle, so we're going for Hajj, 1990, both of us, he just looked at me, kept quiet. Later on, when I made payment, when the payment time, I go up and I say, "Oh Allah, You have approved my Hajj, and I'm bringing my grand uncle. Now I need the money. Alhamdulillah, the next day someone came and gave me the money. I won't mention you who are. So I paid the full sum. Then I showed the receipt to my grand uncle. What I paid? We are going to Hajj. He said, really? Huh? When you told me we're going to Hajj, I refused to believe. I even didn't tell my family I'm going to Hajj because I don't trust you. When he saw that, he really, marvel. You see, I really marvel at your strong faith. Huh? That even you got no money, you still believe that you can bring me to Hajj. I brought it to Hajj. There are many situations like this. Right? But that's it. I have no regret. My money was spent on my nephew and nieces. And they are doing well now. Many of them are doing well. I think not many, all of them doing well, you know. Whether they remember me or not, it doesn't matter what. Even if they don't respect me, it doesn't matter what. Because the bounties belong to who? Allah, not to you. Right. So I used to meet them. Of course, they salam me and they mind your business. I have nothing. Hey, you must, praise me all the time. You know, the bounties do not belong to you. Similarly, the knowledge that I passed down to you all does not belong to me. You get what I mean? If you understood it well, or you've understood better than me, so be it. It's Allah bounties, not me. You get what I mean? And many of you, alhamdulillah, on your own, without me standing before you, understood this ilmu of this knowledge. And that is the great work of Allah, not me. Right? And most of you, especially Malaysia, Indonesia, you knew this knowledge from the YouTube, and then you come to see me, and all you all say, Ustadz, I followed this on the YouTube, I understood, but I just want to see you. Right? I yearn to see you. Well, I'm happy you want to see me, right? Huh? And then after that, you give me the handsome one. But you didn't see me, and then I said, come, go one side, then I got food. No, you all know. Right? You all know this knowledge at the back of your hand. It's only, I just revise what I'm talking now. It's revision. Of course, in the near future, there are 3 persons who officially have been appointed to take over my duty. And that is Yaraya Ayah, Jafar from Perak, Sufi from Johor Bahru, and Azmi from Kedah. And they are officially appointed by Yamas, Indonesia. In Indonesia, 4 persons are also officially appointed. But of course, you all can also teach this, but unofficial. The official one already named and given the certificate. But whatever you teach do not belong to you. So when I was told, or I was instructed to enter into the Western world, to start my lectures to the Western world. Of course, after that, from Haji Hussien, I become Mac Hussien. Mac Hussien. And my control of the Western, of the Indonesian, I have to let go. Pass to the 4 people and to Yamas. But I have no regret. I don't cry, oh Allah, why you take this from me? Now I'm not popular anymore. I will lose my popularity in Malaysia and Indonesia. So I'm not bothered, right? But what I'm more concerned, the step I took into the Western world, will it give me a big break? If it gives me a big break, then I think Yamas Indonesia will be very lucky that our knowledge now is widespread throughout the Western world. But my platform in Quora, the article I wrote, Where is Allah? You know how many visitation? 240,000, 50,000 now. 250,000 now. Reading that, where is Allah? That means many people are searching this knowledge. And that was in English, not in Malay, in English. So the one who read it are the English people, 240,000, 50,000. And now the followers of my Quran is 2.5 million followers. Yeah. But am I proud? No, because all bounties belong to who? Even the knowledge belong. So one day, if I've achieved so much opening in the Western world, the instruction come, okay, you have to let go, give to Noria, and then I will give. I will walk away. You take over. And what you going to do? Start rest at home lah, sleep and eat. Nothing to do, right? And remember him all the time. Do worship. In other words, pension lah, pension. You see, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, after he finished his prophethood, he lived a normal life. Even the angel come to visit him, he could not recognize her. Frightened, no? Hey, why this too handsome guy did not want to eat the food I put before them? What they have in mind? You want to kill me or what? Then the angel told him, no, we are the angel to be sent to destroy the people of Lot. But you are asked to give you a visit before we go there. Then he knew. He's a prophet, and yet he didn't know he's the angel. So live a normal life. Right. Yeah, don't worry lah. You don't have any responsibility. So wait. Right, huh? So there should not be any jealousy, any greed in all this. So you will not attach to fame, popularity, knowing fully well the bounties are Allah's bounties. So be it. And one day you see, wow, we are so popular. So be it. Right. But I believe, no matter what, if he's so famous, he still will respect his old timer, right? At one time, this was my guru, isn't it? Still got that. Enough for me. Right? And then she come, she jolok a bit lah kan. At that time, I got no income on dia. Who knows? Alhamdulillah. Cakap aja kan. Jolok tak jolok pun tak apalah kan. Oh, only talk. But that should not be any jealousy or greed. This belongs to me. Nobody else can get. No way. That's why Allah commanded to the Prophet, you cannot guide people who you love. Cannot. No. My whole sibling, 0. Nobody got it. But you are strangers. You got it. That's why you read any book of the Sufis, they will say, this knowledge given to you. Therefore, even our children may not necessarily get this knowledge. Or may even fight you. It doesn't matter. There should not be any greed, possessiveness, selfishness and so on. Because this knowledge belongs to Allah. And all bounties to belong to Allah. Okay. So He grants them to whom He please, and Allah cares for all, and He knows all things. So remember, all bounties belong to Him. So when you get this bounty, you are trustee. As a trustee, you must keep your trust. You must not act against your trust. To act in conformity with your trust means you do accordingly, you use the bounties according to Allah's wishes, not to what you wish. Okay? One day maybe you found yourself, suddenly you become rich. You will remember what I say. Please. The bounties belong to Allah. Okay? And you are the trustee. And you have to do accordingly to your trust. So remember one sahabat I mentioned. He said, oh Rasulullah, I got one date and plain water. I have to account. Rasulullah said, you will be counted. So you are trusted. So all bounties belong to Allah. We see again. Allah create what He will and fulfill His plan. Definitely one. But if you are not in this line, how can He create and fulfill His plan? There are so many creations throughout the world. Right? So how we control them? How can we control them? How can we control them? Is what is really doing is what in accordance with His plan. What the Palestine suffered is in accordance with His plan. Right? That people who don't understand will think that it's impossible Allah can control them. Even with children also we cannot control. Some okay, some kepala angin, no? Even my wife and my sometimes takut nak cakap ini angin, dia cakap ini mengamuk. Your own daughter got this kind of behavior. When you talk wrongly, he'll scream at you. Daughter, these are not like old time. You respect the parents. Now different. So what I'm saying, how I can fulfill things this way. The Chinese will think this way, control them, so that there will not be a nuclear war and the whole world destroyed. How can we control? Right. Now, come back to what you have learned. How many layers? Right? How many layers? 3. The first one is the real layer or not? It's manifestation. And that are the European, the Asian, all that. Right? The second layer is what? The essence. These are the source of the first layer. But these 2 manifestations are useless. Yeah, are absolutely powerless. The one that move these 2 layers, interaction, all that, is the third layer where the power is. What is the third layer? What is the third layer? The subtle self, right? And is the subtle self part of Allah? Yes. So of course, the third layer controlling the first and second layer, will the first and layer fulfill Allah's plan? If the layer on the first and second layer, that means you have employee on the first floor and the second floor, and all await your instruction from your office, right? If no instruction from you, they won't move. So who controls them is you, right? So whatever you plan will be fulfilled or not? Yes or no? Yes. Because the first and second layers, they await your instruction. Make now, submit now, or attack now. So definitely what Allah's plan in the law mahfuz will be carried out. And who carried out? The subtle self. Right. So he create what he will and he fulfill it. Isn't it? I give you one good example. He created Adam. And Adam became a pile of mud. You know, I think existing maybe 100 over 1,000 years, that piles of mud, you know, over 100 over 1,000 years. Smelly pile of mud or clay. Then come the instruction from the angel who guarded the pen at Mustawa, written down. Ask that time, the Iblis is called Azazel. He's a leader of the angel. No? Ask Azazel and his cohort to bow down to Adam. So this angel come the instruction to Azazel. Azazel is the leader. And of course, Azazel and his gang are from fire. They are jinn, right? Whereas the angel are from Nur, from light. So different, you know. But because of the Azazel and Kohut were very helpful to Allah and very pious, you know. Allah granted them to be part of the angel society and even give Azazel two wings, which usually is for the angel, he got two wings. But the rapport between the angels and Azazel and gang who are from the fire are not very good. So when the angels say, hey, you have to bow down, and they look at the clay, smelly clay, they say, hey, you don't play fool at me. Huh? How can Allah ask me to bow down to smelly clay? You know? He doesn't want. So you are trying to create yoke, or you are trying to push me down or something like that. He refused to believe. And 3 times, then Gabriel came down and said, hey, you have refused to bow down after 3 directions come, and you will be punished. And that's where he really regretted about what to do. And then they were asked to get out from the garden of heaven, from heaven. Allah said, get out from this heaven because you are too proud a person. Get out. That's where they say, since you did this to me, I make sure I will improve left and right, and you will find them. A few will be grateful to you. It's swear. And they do not want to worship Allah because they say Allah bias, Allah cite the angel, but not them. But they know Allah, but they refuse worship. Right? So they were sent out from the heaven and they stay all over the earth up there and the earth here. The earth up there, we call it exoplanet. Right? There's so many there. Now more than 3,000 has found. And these people, the Satan they inhabit all these planets. And that's where Zulkarnain saw them. These are the satanic people, Satan. And the three earths that he went. And the root that he was given is that is the worm's world. Be that is as it may, look at this. Because he already been kicked out from heaven and he planned revenge, so there is a big serpent. Serpent is a big ugly snake with foot, right? The head is at the entrance of the Garden of Eden, and the tail was inside. Nobody can enter without being bitten off. Anyway, this Satan, when they were sent out, he's called Iblis. Before that, Azazel. Iblis. They can influence you from a distance. That's what Allah say. They can influence you from a place that you can see. So they are totally unseen by you. So they influence the mind of the serpent by saying that, with some promise, they ask the serpent, let me enter your mouth and then let me go to your tail, which is inside the heaven. Then you move your tail to Eve, right? And the serpent did that. How he managed to persuade, it's not my business, but it's already in the script, right? So he moved the serpent to Eve, and then he started, like, what you call this? Telepathy. He influenced the mind of Eve. You should eat the forbidden food that give you eternal life. That's what Allah wanted. So she was much influenced. She took this and woke up Adam, and I asked Adam to eat. So both ate. Now, according to this, according with the Gospel of Abbas, what happened? When Eve ate the forbidden food, it got stuck here. Therefore, woman, you got passed. For Adam, it got stuck here. And that's why we have what you call this, Adam apple. How come that men have it, women don't have? This according to Gospel Nabas. But you see, when this happened, they already disturbed, Earth is already there. If this don't happen, we will not be on earth, That's why Moses say, hey Adam, why you can eat that fruit? If you don't eat that fruit, we won't be on earth. We were still in heaven. But the earth already there waiting. Right? It's all part of the plan. So they must eat. And what Adam said to Moses, hey Moses, before I ate that one, it's already written 40 years before I'm created. So when it was a clump of clay, that was 100 over years. And then after that, it was made into a form of, when Iblis was chucked out from the heaven, then Adam's body was made, no more clay body. And that body, 40 years later, if you don't, this man and his children will start riding you, and make you servant of their servant. So horses are very angry. They run to trample at the body where quickly Allah give life. And he woke up, stood up, and the horses ran away. 40 years before God give me the life and wake me up, it's already written, I must eat the forbidden food. So when I'm given life, I stood up, I will eat lah, because it's only written, right? So how can you blame me? It's only written. But he must eat the fruit because earth is waiting, it's waiting, right? So when he ate, and Allah said, get you down to the earth, waiting for you. You see, everything already right there. It's all in the plan. Okay. So he create and he fulfill his plan. Okay. But if you don't have our knowledge, you will give a different example. Okay. You see, he create you as a woman, and he fulfill his plan by you giving birth. Simple. Simple explanation. He create and fulfill it. He make you a woman so you can give birth. He make you a man so you can work. Simple example. But ours different. We can see from Azazel to Iblis got kicked out. And then we saw the serpent, and we saw how Eve was influenced and Adam was influenced, and how they were kicked out, and how earth already there. We see a different perspective, how Allah creates. Similarly, he created Rasulullah's soul 60 years, 60,000 years before he created heaven and earth. And he did not want the soul of Rasulullah to come down his head. He said, when your time comes, you will go down as my, as a savior, you are carrying my mercy. What alamin? Huh? Huh? Rahmatul alamin. You bringing my mercy to the earth. And you see, before Rasulullah come down, Adam, Noah, all the prophets, 123,999 prophets already came down before him. But he's still up there. And he was the last. And he came down with Allah's mercy because he bring down the Quran, which is not, what you call this, messed up, no? Not adulterated, like the angel, the Bible, and as well as the Torah is corrupted by the ulama. So Jesus was angry because of this. But our Quran, Allah promised to safeguard it. Allah safeguarded it until today, very authentic. And they cannot dispute that. And with the Quran come the Sharia of Islam. With the Quran, there's light to guide us. And many of you reading the Quran, maybe the mu'alaf, you see the mu'alaf from the Western world. Mostly they embrace Islam because they found out the truth from the Quran, the light. So it's the mercy of Allah there. There are many things that Rasulullah brought down with him. The Laylatul Qadr, before every prophet, 100 years, one night now, 100 years. Rasulullah, every year. There are many, like you are free, you read you hear my lecture on Rasulullah Rahmatul Alam. There are, I think, 19 great things that Rasulullah brought you. Okay. So Allah fulfilled. He created Rasulullah 60,000 years, and Rasulullah came down as a last prophet, who is the last book of Revelation, the Quran, which will be everlasting until the end of the world, as guide, and bring out a lot of, even you all and me, we got a lot of assistance from the Quran, of the Ma'rifah verses. It's like that. And because we have this knowledge, the way we see the Quran is different. So, you can see 60,000 years he was created before heaven and earth, and he came down as a last prophet, and he brought his blessing. So Allah created him first 60,000 years, and they come in as a last prophet and bring Allah's blessing. All the plan. Never did Allah did anything without purpose. Always a purpose. Okay, he created and he fulfilled. Then you see, and he's the best planner. Or this one, I must insist that you hang on to this. Allah is the best. You must. Can he be a best planner? Is his plan is there is a mistake? Can he? Can he? Yes or no? Can he be the best planner if his plan has mistake? Yes or no? No, right? Can he be the best planner? And every time we have to amend. Cannot, right? So if architect say is the best architect, the building he built must have no mistake. And that's Allah. No mistake. He said, look at the sky. It's still standing without any pillar. You see any defect? Allah is great. So he's the greatest planner. But you see the world. The bank was always approach you. They call it unit trust. You must trust us. We will invest your money. Right? Invest your money. But the worst, when they invest the money, even they lost also, they still bill you for their service. And that is terrible. Huh? Invest your money with us. We will invest for you. You must trust us. We have the experience of that. But they are not the best planner. The best planner is always Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You be the best and greatest planner. Your predestination, is it the best or not? Certainly is the best, because it's from the best planner. So you all must believe that whatever happened to you is the best. Allah said, you think I did something without purpose? So everything that happened, Allah says, sometimes you see things that happen you are not to your liking, but in actual fact, there are many benefits you can get from there. But you must trust Allah wholeheartedly. If you are going to be blind, so be it. This is what Allah wants. I'm happy. I have no quarrel. I trust in Allah. Maybe without the eyes, if I'm blind, I will not beg and cry. So without eyes, I will not see things which are vices, without eye. Without leg, I'm all right, because without leg, I will not go to places which are not holy. You listen to Cat Stevens' song. When I heard that time I was in ITM, the song, I heard that, hey, this guy, strange, his song, sound like Sufi, like that. And it turned into the thing. You trust him. What will be? Will be. True Sarah. You trust him wholeheartedly. And you see your life will be different. You are over the cliff, over the hurdle. And you find your life very peaceful and serene and calm. Because you know you are in good hands. What will be, because it's the best plan. And once you accepted this, then he will accept you. Then he say, oh, spirit which is calm, mutma'inna, irji'i, come to me and join my people. But you have to believe it. Like we see later example given. Prophet Abraham going to be thrown into fire, but he have no qualms about it. He absolutely holds to Allah. Believe that it's the best for him, even if it's thrown into the fire. And Allah commanded the fire to be cold, and it's safe. That kind of spirit, you must stand firm and believe in the best plan. When the 300 Muslims met the 1,000 Quraysh, the battle of Badr, they know they're going to be finished. 300 against 1,000. But they said, never mind. We believe in Allah. You will not back off. And with that, Allah sent the invisible arm and saved them. But it's the thing, when you come to a state that you have to make a choice, whether you are to hang on to Allah or you falter in your belief in Him, that is a test to see whether you pass the mark. And no money. Tomorrow have to pay the rent of the shop. If I don't pay, they'll kick out the shop for this business, no income. Night go up, Allah, I need money, Allah. And then the hours become from 12 hours become 3 hours, become 1 hour before the debt collector comes. 1 hour now. Waiting for you, Allah, why the money not come? And then in desperation, ring. Oh, hello, Arumugam. You're the money lender. Can I borrow money? How much? What is the interest? Okay, please bring the money now. See, last minute you back off, isn't it? It's better to be a bankrupt than to back off. That's where Padeka went for Umrah. And we fast when we are at the Masjidil Haram. Every day we fast. One day he was sick and did not fast. So after the Umrah, he came to see me, came back, he saw me. After the Umrah finished already, at Madinah, he said, Ustadz, one day I did not fast because I was sick. Am I correct? I don't want to answer. He pestered. Please do not tell me the answer. Why are you keeping quiet? He asked me to answer after 3 times. I said, you want my answer? Yes. I rather die than break from my fast. He got scared. I rather die than I break my fast. He was shocked. I can see his face. But you asked me to answer what? That's my stand. Prophet Ibrahim cannot change his mind when he saw the fire. He saw the, okay, what you want? You want me to give up Allah? Okay, you know. Or Mashita, when he threw the children, now the baby, he back off. Cannot. You cannot do that. You have the knowledge. And you believe Allah is the best planner. So if death is unavoidable, death is the best for you. Allah most knowing. So be it, you die. Right? But you must trust Him. He is the best planner. You understand? Don't back off. But of course, it's difficult for ordinary people. Oh, where I want to get money? Last minute, brother, need money. And then the friend said, hey, kan awak NST tadi. Sekarang kenapa phone your brother? You must go through it and steadfast. That is what required. Trust is the best planner. If bankruptcy is the best for you, has listed you to be bankrupt, so be it. You will come across a different world, a different life, and you find it's a better life for you because you have put trust in Allah as the best planner. Okay? I hope when you are tested, you remember what I told you. Okay? In 1996, I was doing the last year for master degree at UIA. I was sued for 2 million. I was shocked. I was alleged to be negligent. 2 million, no. Where I got 2 million money, right? But I don't have rich relatives. I don't have governor or ministers as my relative. I got nobody. I have only him. So every night, I ask him for help. And I slim down, my appetite on. But that is not the way to be slim. Every time worried, appetite gone. But I never give up. I hang on to him. So when the day comes, the court clear me from negligence. But I never give up Allah. Hold on. And that keep you sane, keep you calm. And your faith grows stronger. I've gone through a lot of testing. But hang on. He's the best planner. He's governed all the affairs of the universe. And believe that whatever happened to you, already written in the law mahfuz. No way it's not written right. Everything happened to you, already written in the law mahfuz. Everything happened to you must be the best for you. Because he's the best planner. You must believe him. There's no two ways about it. You must believe that whatever happened to you is the best. Whatever happened to you is already listed in the law mahfuz. Right? And what happened to you is planned by the best planner. Right? You must hang on to this. Right? Even if you are to lose your life, your wealth, whatever. Stick to Allah. Don't give up. So, remember this. Okay? And remember the third layer that manipulated the first and the second layer is the subtle self. So, this all happening caused by the subtle self. And the subtle self will follow the plan as laid down by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there's no two ways about it. You have to accept it as the best because Allah will not plan something, even a single tiny thing being useless. He will not be the best planner. So everything will be the best for you. Have trust in him. During the olden days, of course, during my time and maybe our friend, Raman, during Raman time, night time, where our friend, this Brahim, all this, we have seen daughters, very filial to the father. Everything the father decides, they will accept. And they don't know at that time to go dating. There's no question of dating. The father say, Fatima, I want you to marry Khadi, the neighbor in front, And what she say? If father think best, so be it, I will accept. They will never become unfilial, They will accept wholeheartedly, even they don't know Kadi, Huh? But they trust their father. But now today you ask your daughter, hey, I think Mama think you shoot this guy, no? And your daughter will say, then Mama marry him, not me. Nowadays, different, But before, they are very, very filial to their parents. Okay? And we must be filial to Allah. Believe is the best planner. He's governed the affairs of the universe. And remember, He the one that fit you in your mother's womb. He's the one that protect you in your mother's womb. He is the one that gives you comfort in your mother's womb. Remember that. Okay? And in the Surah Imran, he says, it is He who shaped you in the womb. Right? There is no God but He, the exalted in mind and the wise. So if we can trust Him when you are in the womb of your mother, one time you trust Him when you are born. Don't falter. For goodness sake, don't falter. Hang on to Him. I always say, notwithstanding there's a typhoon, hang on to Him. Hang on. I've gone through, now I'm over 70s. When I look back, I'm thankful that I was steadfast. Okay? Then we see again, yeah. He inspired him what is wrong for him and what is right for him. He inspired people what is right and wrong. So if he inspired you to do wrong thing, you will do wrong thing. If he is inspired to do right thing, you will do right thing. And that is the sixth principle of Islamic faith. The sixth principle, the good and the bad from Allah. But you ask ordinary people, they got confused. Then they change it. They change it. Yes, very the good and the bad come from Allah, right? And this is the sixth principle of faith, six. Rukun iman ke-6, six. And yet when you are not a Sufi, you got scared. People will blame you or what, So you quickly change it. Oh, the good from Allah, the bad from me. That is laughable, no? So the Mu'alaf come to see me to start. I went to the Friday prayer. I got confused. The Khatib say the principle of faith say the good and bad from Allah. But he said the good from Allah, the bad from me. Why is this not? I say that is the seventh principle. Crazy, isn't it? How can there be a seventh principle? Cannot be. Then after much criticism in Singapore, they stopped this nonsense. Crazy, How can So we are the God, the evil God. Allah is the good God. Cannot be what? We got power to do evil only. Allah got power only to do the good. Oh, the good and the bad come from Him. Right? But is He crazy? No. Is He cruel? No. Why? Because He's playing with Himself. He's alone as this. In order to be a criminal, you must have the victim. There is no victim. He's infinite, infinite, not sharing his existence with anyone. So how can they be victim? No victim. It's just amusement and play of the divine. Nothing more. So we can accept the right and wrong from Allah. But they can't, because they can still see their existence. Right? And sometimes the existence is shown by the external form. So they will use a grand jubah, a grand, turban, look great, right? And that they represent good, but not necessary. The good and bad come from Allah, not from your external version. But we can accept. We can accept, okay? Because we know we don't exist, right? And he's playing his own subtle self. And Allah guides whoever He wills to the straight path. But many people, I guide this woman and he become a convert. It's like saying, the milk of the cow, Sufi is what cow. Malay version. Susu, lembu punya susu, the cow milk, and you say it's the buffaloes. But then we go deeper, he guides whom. He's the one that exists. It's like my finger, I'm the only one that exists. I say, hey, shake your head. You become good man. Say, I'm cruel. Oh. We understood this. And we see different ways. Right? So you cannot take credit, you guide. That's what Rasulullah was told. You cannot guide even the one you love. It's Allah who guides. Okay? Then we go again. Verily then to Allah belong all honor, power, glory. And this one, if you given honor, yang berhormat, yang berbahagia, yang all that, you will be carried away. You call Dato, everywhere, you got carried away. You found yourself on the flying in the sky. You feel magical. You find yourself something wonderful happen. Even you got Dato also. People also can get Dato when their daughter give birth. They also become Dato when their daughter give birth. No, this honor, power, glory belong to Allah. When you die, the power, the honor, the glory left behind. I'll give you an example. How you respect the judges. Always you respect them for their position. But when they left the bench, the judiciary, they have become ordinary person. The respect's no more there. And you see our good friend just now, Nozian. Nozian was formerly a magistrate, a registrar, the DPP, But now you see her just as an ordinary woman. Before all the police rushed to carry her back, she comes caught. Nowadays the police ignore. You see, it's not belong to you. This will be all left behind when you pass away. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. All this come from Him. I will go back to Him. You will not be carried this to the alam barzakh. You won't carry. There is no power. That's why I told you the manifestation got no power. The power is Allah. The third layer, the subtle self. That is the powerhouse. Please understood this. Because we're going from this third level to the next level, the greater self. Now we talking about the subtle self, the Latif. The next round, not now, but later we go to the Akbar, the greater self. Okay? All this power belongs to him, whether at the level of the subtle self or the level of the greater self belongs to him. We are manifestation, illusion, power, nothing. But God animation is so real. No? Human being also got animation, no? Beauty and the Beast. Have you seen? And the beast can dance. Oh, the beast can sing. The beast can fall in love. The beast can cry. All can like a real person. For children saying this, make believe that it's a true. No? But for us, we know this animation. And that is human animation. Look like real. Hey, this God animation, real. It's real. Really, but not look real. It's real. But then, in the end, everything perish. That left is my container or my face. We are gone. We are just manifestation. But of course, look real. If God manifestation is like human being animation, then God and we are equal, you know. But his manifestation and our animation and his animation definitely cannot be the same. Ours is more like a picture. This is like real. Real. Right. But if you think carefully, you have this knowledge. I have no problem bringing you deeper. Let me explain. You know, the fish in the ocean. There are many fish in the ocean, right? But they are in the ocean. They are part of the ocean, right? Everywhere they swim, they are in the water. They are part of the water. You get me? We are like that, you know. We are part of this vacuum. This vacuum is not a vacuum. This vacuum is full of, as the scientists say, a lot of, what you call this, gases, gases and whatnot. It's not empty, you know. If it nitrogen or whatever it is, you read, the scientists say vacuum is never a vacuum. There's always something that occupies them, be it nitrogen or some other gases or whatnot, or the air, the wind, whatever it is. And we are part of it. We are engulfed by it. We are engulfed by the air, so we can breathe. We are engulfed by the vacuum, the space. We are part of the whole thing, of the whole picture, part of the whole picture. We are never separated like the fish in the ocean, part of the ocean. So you think carefully, there's never a vacuum, right? There will be atom encompassing the vacuum, an atom encompassing us. We are in the sea of atom. We are part of the atom. So we sit here, we are all part of atom. All of it. We are never ourselves, never. So we just believe in modern what is written in the law Mahfuz, and the subtle self will act in accordance with the master plan in the law Mahfuz. Okay? Let's see again what we have here. So God takes away and gives abundantly. You know, it's true, like I told you just now. Some people, the money just come, you know. They even got no time to count. They open their stall, long queue. They also cannot understand. That is why somebody say, hey, this Aming is a Chinese shop. Hey, we went Aming, right? How come so many Malays, man? And they line up to Aming. That is the work of Allah. He doesn't care you're Chinese or Indian or what. When he give abundantly. Right? So there should not be surprise. These are God given. Right? So when you start giving, you are tired of counting. Non-stop. People keep on coming to your shop, giving you money. And even when your food are not there or the products are not there, they put deposit for your product to come. The money just keep on coming. God give abundantly. They also don't know what type of customer will come. But they found customer from all walk of life come, wanting to buy their product. And that's it. Suddenly you become rich. But remember, when you become rich, the richness belongs to whom? The bounties belong to him. So use it to help others, not only yourself, for others. Bestows his abundance without measure on whom he will. But it doesn't mean that you are holy, God will give you abundantly. No. He gives whom he wishes. So Rasulullah is not rich. At time Rasulullah had to borrow money, and Allah had to pass a revelation. Who want to give Allah a loan? And Allah will give back in multiple forms. And what for the loan? To help Rasulullah buy arms for his people, to defend themselves. So not necessarily, but there are people who are rich, but Allah gives like Solomon or that. So it does not mean you are a pious one, you become rich. For me, as long as I don't have debt, I'm happy. I was in debt until 1990. I prayed to Allah, Ya Allah, please get rid of all debt that I've now been surrounded with. And eventually all debt gone. Even my credit card, my girlfriend card. No more credit card. So I cannot use credit card. But it helped. I'm no longer in debt. So I will not die a bankrupt. And whatever I get, I should put. So he gives abundantly, but doesn't mean you are very pious, you will be rich. No. Then your intention is not holy. And this movement also, in our group, please have a holistic intention. If you have an intention, you want to be better than others, you will be kicked off from our group. Sooner or later. In our group, you must accept what will be, will be. You must not ever think that I'm longer, what? I know this better, what? So I must be the leader. You cannot do that. Accept what Allah chooses and support those that Allah chooses. Understand? Don't ever dream to be the topmost, Don't. Never, because you will hit people under you. And you become boastful. And you become unholistic. You come because you want to be someone superior. All the same. Right? Even I'm available to all of you. I can sit with you anywhere. Of course, if you pay for my drink, I will sit also eagerly. All right, I have no problem. So don't ask for accept what. But if someone is been chosen by Allah. Support them. Not say, hey, how come she or he get this? I'm the longer here. Why should I do it? No, you cannot do that. Understand? Accept what Allah has chosen and give them support so that Allah's works can be carried out. Okay? And I hope and I pray when the time I have to go, you all don't quarrel with yourself to be the hero or to be the chief or to be not. Please. So now you keep quiet. Ustadz is there like, oh, he's not there. I want to be the chief. I'm longer than you. Why? Please. There is no benefit that it will destroy our comradeship, our love to each other. Destroy. It created animosity, jealousy, hurt, appointment. Accept what Allah, who Allah has chosen, support that and help Yamas, to grow. And I'm presently surprised that this thing is not happening in Indonesia. They among themselves, okay. What in Singapore and Malaysia, Singapore now become dominant, because each want to be the hero. And slowly Malaysia don't stop this and so be dominant. So don't accept whoever the leader and give support to Allah. Okay, we go up from there. You see, He grant laughter and He grant tears. Even your sadness come from Him. Even your happiness come from Him. It's not your boyfriend or your girlfriend, When I see you, my dear, I'm so happy. Not your girlfriend, your happiness. It's Allah. And then when you marry, you divorce. Every time I see you, I'm angry. It's not the divorce because you agree or the ex-wife make you angry. Allah. He give you tears, He give you laughter. But if you have this knowledge, you realize all from Him, you will cool down and accept what will be without much ado. The same thing, no kind of calamity can occur. There are many a time people can blow their top. Many a time when my wife, she went to Umrah with me recently, and she lost her handphone in Masjid al-Haram. She came back to say, I lost my handphone. But I never agree. Because this is already in the script, already written. I say, never mind. We go back, we buy a new one. Okay? Just report loss. There's no reason to be angry. It's already there. Okay? So anything happen, Rasulullah say, don't say you do like this, it won't happen. You do like that, it won't happen. Say it's already predestined. Predestined. So most of the time between my wife and myself, even anything bad happen, I just keep quiet because it's already in the script. It will help your married life. You don't blow your top for nothing. You must accept what will be, will be. Don't need to sing lah. What will be, will be. You accept in your life, between you and your wife, between you and your siblings, will be all right. Because you don't blame them. There is no fleeing from Allah. So once Allah listed something to happen, it will happen. You cannot escape. So if along your life you will lose your eyes, so be it. It's the best for you. You're going to lose your legs, so be it. It's the best for you. Remember I told you about cowboy. His fiancée ran away with another cowboy. And he was angry with Allah. Why? Why you make my fiancée run with another cowboy? 10 years later, his fiancée come back with a daughter, and they were walking. And you know how fat? So fat. And holding the daughter also fat, you know. So this cowboy look up to the sky. Oh God, I now believe that you are wise and you know all. At the beginning, he criticized her. And we see the fiancé so huge, you know. And suddenly he believed God is wise. No fleeing from Allah. There's no way you can escape. Accept is the best planner. Accept his plan. Whatever happened is the good for you. There's a purpose for it. There's hikmah. Believe that. This will be the last one. Indeed, Allah is the one who causes seed and fruit stone to sprout, you know. That means every seed and fruit sprouting from the ground. It's not you farmers who planted them. Yes, you planted them, but the one that caused it to bloom is Allah. But you planted them also, the power that you used to plant them, it belongs to Allah. The seed that you planted also belongs to Allah. Nothing belongs to you. You never say, oh, you see, from my exercise of my skill, I've grown the vegetation, the fruit trees, no. Also, he brings forth the living from the dead. So if you ask our dear friend Tuti from Yamas, you know, they use what for the fertilizer? The chicken shit. Right. They use the chicken shit, you know, collect from the farmer, and then they make others become fertilizer. Chicken shit. You know? And from the chicken shit will come living from the dead. You spray and spread the chicken shit on the plant, then the plant grow up. Living from the dead. And the dead from the living, right? You spray something not correct, all your vegetable die, right? Dead from the living. It's him, not you. So, in one instant, your children go and spray the wrong thing and kill your vegetable. You should not punish her. You should not criticize her. But you have to accept this is the will of Allah. Otherwise, it will not happen. And there must be purpose that this happen. Believe that. If it is no purpose happen, Allah will not be wise. Later on, you learn that the vegetable you sow, people add that can be cancerous. And luckily, many of that were killed by a daughter wrongly sprayed the wrong chemical. All this purpose for it. Don't blame people. But this thing, people don't understand. Normal people. You can always see people accuse one another, raise their voice. It's because of you lah. That's why this thing happened. Because of you lah, this thing happened. They are not doing that to teach each other, but they're doing that to blame the other for the mistake. That's not right. Okay? So what I can advise when this thing happens, accept it, keep quiet lah. Remember our good friend Pak Pandey, got IC, got ear, listen, got mouth, shut up. Okay. We stop here because this heavy lecture, you see, I only had the 12th slide. I've occupied almost 2 hours. Only 12 slides. We go this. Next week is only Q&A, question and time. So the next week after that, then we will continue here. Okay? Any question you all want to ask me? if any? So I back to Bayu. Bayu, back to you.